In this video, you're gonna witness some of the most exotic meats of Vietnam.
I'm really questioning this right now.
In the bustling capital of Hanoi, aside from the delicious mainstream classics like noodles or banh cuon, you'll find innovative sellers pushing uncommon street food fare.
Look behind you. I don't... Oh!
From writhing, wriggling worms that have been satisfying patrons for generations.
What are you eating? I'm taking a big bite of this fried pancake.
All the way to reptilian remedies that'll recuperate your reproductive region.
Okay. Oh, this color. The bile sac.
Today's strange meat selection starts right
Ma'am, put her there.
Yeah.
Here. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh.
Cha, hello.
Speaks English. Oh. She's like, what am I doing here then? You have this street side eatery right on the sidewalk and tons of fried, heavy foods with one special ingredient that I want to show you right here. Boom. Are those gummy worms? No, they're not gummy worms.
Sandworms can only be found in Vietnam's northern region between September and November.
I've seen these before in the north. They actually have entire sandworm farms. Whoa.
What started as a wild-caught delicacy is now cultivated as demand has risen over the years. Worm farmers simulate the natural worm habitat, digging out long, shallow ponds in muddy, brackish waters. So, when I say this food is exotic, it's because even in Vietnam, most people haven't tried
I've
it.
only seen them on the internet. I've never personally seen them up front. I've definitely never tasted them before.
Really? Never.
Why are you so shocked? Yes.
No, I love the fact that I get to see you eat this for the first time.
I mean, it's very briny. It almost smells like the ocean.
Yeah, I would say almost like oysters.
Đúng, chính xác.
Can Calvin eat them raw? Translate, please.
No.
Please translate, please. No.
It only takes a handful of ingredients to turn these worms from murky to masterpiece. Dill, black pepper, onion, garlic, minced pork, and eggs.
Anh có thể ăn sống được không?
Không, không, không. Không chết nhưng nó sẽ gây đau bụng.
Oh, you either get an allergic reaction or you get a stomachache. Dude, no.
Not worth it.
After thoroughly blending, globs of batter descend into hot oil to fry.
What is it that people love so much about this food?
Worms are high in protein and also
Calcium?
calcium.
Oh,
You
I
guessed
knew it.
it.
Miss Nga inherited this recipe from her parents. Now she continues this 30-year legacy on the very same patch of sidewalk, operating from a restaurant only a few feet wide.
Worm pancakes.
I don't see the worms anywhere.
These little bits here, it looks like a little fried noodle. That is a worm.
How much are you eating? Do I have to do the same?
You do.
It's not in my contract. Oh, it's hot.
It was a verbal contract.
Okay, got
It was
it.
an oral contract. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's nice.
Nice reveal.
Super steamy. It feels like a very eggy batter.
You do it already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, me too.
Oh, I forgot why I love this so much.
The dill?
The dill. When you come to Hanoi, especially in the north, there's so many dishes that use dill. It's just so aromatic, refreshing, and light.
But there's something in there that I don't think you know.
Cardamom?
No, not cardamom. They use the rind of tangerine.
Oh yeah, I would not have guessed that one. Yeah, good call. You've got a beautiful fish sauce here with some pickled papaya. Oh man, you thought it could not get better.
I thought it would be mealy. I thought it would be like an earthworm type flavor, but not at all. If anything, it really tastes porky.
Okay. There's certain foods that you can just not get internationally.
That's right.
This is probably one of them. And it may turn off some people, but it won't turn off the right people.
Like us.
The people who are bold enough to go try something new and to take a risk with their mouth.
Like us.
Oral contract.
Our next street food vendor pairs a pungent combination of meat and sauce that locals love and foreigners hate. We're here to learn why.
This is something I've never seen before.
This is jellyfish.
These jellyfish have traveled a long way to get to this vendor.
I've gone to a jellyfish factory before, but it was nothing like this.
Originally, the jellyfish we're eating today was white.
So the fishermen catch jellyfish from the ocean. Then they take a local red fruit and they pulverize it. It doesn't have much flavor. It's more of the aesthetic color. And then they pickle.
What do you need to pickle something? Vinegar?
Salt, water, and some sort of acid. Here, they used a local lime.
Cái miệng của nó đấy.
This is the body.
The body.
Oh, these? She calls them legs.
Legs, like tentacles.
It looks like an aorta.
Yeah, your heart or lungs or something like that. So she says there's two body parts. Which body part do people like most?
There's only two to choose from.
What? No!
The dish itself is straightforward. She slices the jellyfish into smaller pieces. We get a little body and some tentacles too.
The OGs, the traditionalists, will eat both body and tentacles. But the newer generation, they choose the tentacles over anything else.
Really? Can I get some body at a discounted rate? Don't ask her.
Pair that with turmeric-stained tofu and some shaved coconut.
Do you have foreigners, tourists coming here to eat this food?
Không biết ăn.
Why do you think that is?
Mắm tôm.
Ah, because of
The mum tom.
the mum tom.
That's what this is. Calvin, what is mum tom?
Mum tom is fermented shrimp paste. They literally take shrimp and they take salt and they put it in a barrel and they forget about it.
Let me give it a little bit of a sniff.
Why would you do that, dude? How would you describe that to the typical Midwest person?
Put bacteria, fungus, locker room,
Yes.
wet old mattress.
Oh.
But it's one of those things, yes, I'm using all these words, but I don't mean it in a derogatory
No,
way.
not at all.
I actually like
I love mum tom.
You could at most do a chopstick, and even that could be too much. There you go. Dripping chopstick full of mum tom. I got one too. Here we go.
Very interesting. I love mum tom.
That's pretty nice. It's like eating a stinky cheese. Like at first you're overtaken by this pungent, powerful force, but then you taste that deep, savory saltiness. It just has so much depth of flavor. But if you just come here, you smell that, it's gonna scare you.
This is gonna pair with that with some local Vietnamese herbs.
Calvin, I am so pumped that today is full of so many firsts for you. I think the first step is to just taste it unadulterated. You just have to grab a big, maybe not that big of a piece. Hold on.
I don't know why you're so cool about this. You're from Minnesota, dude.
I've had jellyfish before. I think I mostly know what to expect. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, different than what I've experienced in the past. It's almost a little mushy, and it tastes like medicine.
Texture-wise, it is very gelatinous, but when biting into it, it's almost gushing out this liquid that tastes like plastic.
It's a little bit like mezcal. But to be fair, people don't come here just to eat that alone.
Not
they
at all.
come to mix it up with all these other various ingredients. So,
Pick off a perilla leaf.
what are you trying to make a little taco out of it?
Yeah, we're gonna make a little taco out of it. Get a piece of the leg, we're gonna put it right in the middle. The turmeric-infused tofu, then top it off with a little bit of coconut for the sweetness and for the crunch. Definitely dip into the fermented shrimp paste.
All right, let's go for it. I enjoyed that. What happened? Did you like that?
I loved it.
I did not expect this to be a good combination.
Agreed. She was saying earlier that guys don't eat it alone.
Oh, she said that.
She was saying you can't just eat it without anything. We didn't listen. We did it anyways. We are the foreigners who try to get attention on YouTube. But I'm glad that we did so because there's nothing like this combination.
No.
Here in Hanoi.
In the world.
In the world.
That is jellyfish. We still have one more epic food that Calvin somehow has not ever tried. So this is gonna be a trifecta coming up soon. You ready for a drive?
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
If you're still watching, congratulations. You must have an open mind. And perhaps if you were here for this next food, you'd also have an open mouth. This is the radiated rat snake,
I like that it's in the water.
a species of colubrid snake that live in the water.
Can you step a little bit more that way?
They can be found in many Southeast Asian countries, but in Vietnam, people farm these guys for medicine, leather, and of course, food.
This is what we really care about. Is this venomous?
This one is not venomous.
I just was hoping there's a possibility you could die.
I know, but I think it can like wrap around you.
Can we put it around Calvin's neck?
No.
All right. Maybe it was a python. I'd be worried for Calvin, but oh, his tongue is sticking out.
Don't touch the tongue.
Sorry, I touched the tongue. Can I hold it?
Sonny, have you been licensed to do this?
So you just have to choke up enough on the head so it can't reach back and bite you, and that's it. Oh, it just.
Rượu tiết và rượu mật thôi.
Okay, so we should try the snake heart and the snake bile. But I've been looking forward to this part of the show where one of us drinks the heart. And honestly, if you don't mind, I don't do it.
I've actually consumed the heart of a cobra in the past. It's all yours.
Oh.
In Vietnam, eating snake heart or snake bile is believed to cure certain health problems while providing a load of health benefits.
That is a huge heart. Can one person eat that?
If you think the idea of snake parts as medicine is hard to swallow, wait till you see this.
I'm scared it's gonna start beating down my throat and it's gonna choke me.
So he's mixing a lot of snake blood with homemade rice wine at the moment.
You can take a shot of rice wine. I will do this beating heart. Sonny, to our friendship.
Cheers.
To this show.
Did you get it?
I did.
Dude, that was massive.
Một ly nữa.
Oh, dude.
Let me describe this flavor right now. It is thick, it is irony, it is warm, and then mixed in with this homemade brew. I can tell you right now, this hasn't been distilled.
Maybe half a time.
Cheers. It's coating my mouth.
Yeah. You know what? Perfect thing to chase that blood with is the bile sac.
So now he's looking for the bile. He's feeling it out. He's making an incision with the razor blade.
I mean, it does take some skill to find that in your first try. You just did a tiny slit in the abdomen. Okay.
Oh, this color.
The bile sac. Gives it a squeeze and it releases just deep green liquid. That is like shamrock green.
This is good for your stomach.
Okay, good, because I have a stomach ache already from what we just ate or consumed. Cheers.
Keep it down. First and foremost,
Bitter.
I definitely do respect the chef,
Yes.
his restaurant, his culture. But I must say, the taste in my mouth right now, it's not supposed to be there.
You know, I've done this similar stuff in the past, but man, that was a long time ago. There's nothing more vivid than just doing it again. And wow, it was fantastic. Here's what I know. This was like trial by fire. This is the initiation from here. We've got some tasty snake dishes coming up. I'm not worried at all. The chef is here. He knows what to do.
Let's get going.
This one snake will provide a varied 3-course meal using every inch of its body, the meat, the organs, and even the bones. Mr. Lot was a chef before he became a specialist in snake gastronomy. Now he runs his own restaurant in his own home, selling every snake-related item you can imagine.
We have our first course. I mean, is this our first course really? I guess we had a little bit of an aperitif.
We had an amuse-bouche.
Did it work?
It's still beating in my body right now.
This is the snake meat.
To make this dish, first marinate the meat with 2 different types of MSG, then pepper and salt. In a wok, fry lemongrass and garlic before adding in the protein. Remove the oil and continue stir-fry along with chilies and spring onions.
I'm not worried about this at all. It is a white meat, it's like pork. It shouldn't be anything.
Shouldn't be anything. Let's try it out. Okay, it's good. It's spicy, there's a ton of ginger on there, and lemongrass too.
I think it's just lemongrass.
It's spicy, there's a bunch of lemongrass on there, and lemongrass too.
The texture of it is firm, yet chewy. It's not very fibrous. Like chewing it, it does break it down a little bit, and then you try to swallow it.
That's how eating food works.
Usually with meat, as you chew it, it disintegrates into smaller pieces. Here, you chew it, it doesn't disintegrate, it still stays intact.
Yeah, all the tissue stays connected, it just becomes more pulverized and soft. Very good point. I gotta say, first course, big banger.
Course 2, snake organs. Blanch the intestines and the liver before chopping them into bite-sized pieces. Next, fry garlic and the organs together. Add scrambled eggs, then glass noodles. Finally, top it with a dose of MSG and mung beans.
The best part about snake internal organs is that they're all long. Let me just put it back together. That is a liver, that is a liver. It's all just been cut up. This liver literally has a tail. A snake living within this snake. Here we go. Oh, really bouncy.
Nutty, savory. That's really good.
That's better than pork liver.
This is almost like a Vietnamese pad thai,
Yes.
utilizing the inner.
Try some intestine with me, man.
Let's do it.
Clean, crunchy, a little bit like calamari.
Just chewing, I can hear my teeth clomping, and I can hear it in my eardrum. The texture on it, it's really elastic-like, and you can almost pull back. You can just see how it just sticks together, like a membrane. Here, friend, I'll give you this, and I'll eat this.
Fair enough. I'm gonna mix it with some glass noodles, some peanut. Crunchy.
Wishy.
I find the organs in general to be very satisfying, super clean tasting.
I think a snake's diet is literally vegetables.
I don't know. I don't think it's that.
Yeah, what do snakes eat, dude?
Like rats and stuff.
Really? Oh, why does that taste like it doesn't taste gamey?
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe because they don't like sweat as much. We should look it up.
We should.
Finally, the chef impressively utilizes the body part that seems most inedible, the bones. He minces the bones using 2 big-ass knives. The knives come in handy if your snake Cuisinart is broken. Joining the bone shards, chilies, garlic, lemongrass, MSG, and pepper. Now fry that whole mixture in a wok until it becomes crispy, golden, and brown.
Why is it this color?
Yeah, that's a good question. Oh, it feels very dry.
It's flaky. I mean, if there was a wind right now, it would just blow everywhere.
Normally, you're supposed to put it on the cracker. I think we should just try it plain like this.
Okay.
It's kind of like jerky. Dry, has a lot of flavor. You kind of hydrate it with your mouth. Some parts have a little bit of a crunch to it.
The bones on a snake are so soft. By stir-frying in a wok, you get something that's really interesting in texture. It's almost like an experience. I mean, when are you ever going to eat bone anything?
And I've had snake bones in the past a couple of times, even with you one time, but this is like nothing I've ever had before. I can't believe they came up with this preparation, but I like it.
Here, they're able to take a bone and give it a whole different life.
Franken
Boner.
snake. You win.
Yeah, thanks.
The goal today was to eat alternative meats, and I think we have succeeded, my friend.
We really told the story of the entire snake, from nose to tail, eating every part of that animal. High five?
High five.
Hand hug.
Best Ever Food Review Show is a small team of independent creators, and everything we do here works because of you guys. Click the link in our description to join our Patreon and receive exclusive benefits.
A piece. What color does it start as?
Màu trắng.
Privilege. White.
No. There's no potential for gaminess like you would have with somebody falling off the tree. There's no potential. I find one thing often adds a little bit of urgency to an interview, which I like. Can you guess?
The fact that there are animals all around us.
It'd be better if you couldn't guess.
Okay.
Can you guess?
No, what's going on?
It's when someone's holding. Sorry. Look behind you.
I don't. No.
The way you cook it is really important. So obviously here he's tossing it around in the wok. I assume I wasn't really in the kitchen. What happened? He put it in the wok? So he put it in the wok. Guys, that is the end of the video. I want to say a huge thank you to Calvin, not just for joining me, but for eating 3 different foods he's ever had before, including a giant freaking raw snake heart. Calvin, wow.
Wow, indeed. I mean, really pushing the limits to my culinary knowledge, but also, I mean, I lived in Vietnam for the last 13 years, and today really pushed me to some newer heights.
And you're a better man for it. Guys, please go follow Calvin at FKN Deliciousness on YouTube. You can also find him on Instagram. Follow on both, because why not?
Why not?
Guys, that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. A peace. All right. Oh, that was hard.